Hello, crafters! This is Suzanne from A Creative Muse, and I'm here with Spellbinders' latest steals and deals. I may sound a little bit stuffy because I'm having a sinus attack right now, so just ignore how I sound, but this is a fabulous sale. There is different categories in this sale. There is Super Steals, which is clearance. Then there is some new sets in this sale, thumbs up for that. More dies. There's also BetterPress, embossing. I'm actually going to be doing something I haven't done really in Steals and Deals. I'm doing an embossing section. I'm going to be covering some fabulous embossing folders, so you might want to stay tuned throughout the entire video to see it. I am also going to be putting timestamps in this video, so you can just hop straight to it if you want to see it again. There's also a category for embellishments or ephemera, which would be like gems, stickers, confetti, so you can check that out too, and a wax seal category. Wax seal is very interesting because a lot of things are steals. Beads, which are normally $10.99 a pack, which is 100 beads. A lot of them are coming in at $3.85. 2 thumbs up for that. So this is a great time to stock up on wax beads. Even mixed sets are on sale, like the Christmas mix set of wax beads. Wax seal stamps are a steal as well. Normally $18.99. A lot of them are coming in at $6.65. Love that. So like I said, there will be different categories. I'm detailing and linking everything below in the description box. Also, crafters, check your wish list, see if something you want is on sale, and check your rewards. Remember, rewards at Spellbinders equals cash. Now, the rewards section used to be across the main page. Now you have to go into your profile. That's where rewards are, okay? In your profile now. Also, crafters, Kit Club is available. I link my video here. Check out this month's Kit Club. 2 thumbs way up for that one. And the Weekender is still available. That's Spellbinders' virtual crafting event. It's a weekend workshop. I finally have my box of goodies with the Weekender. Love. So we're going to do a little sidebar real quick. Because for those of you that are taking the Weekender, I want to talk about something. You'll get a booklet like this. This is how you'll access it. Here you'll get the links to homework, the products. There's even a Facebook group. Here I downloaded the diagrams for a lot of the items and then all the projects in here, okay? There is a pack of cardstock that comes with this. So for those of you that are attending, I'm going to stick a pin in this, but I'm coming back to that because it's something important. For those of you that haven't bought the Weekender yet and you might be interested, let's talk about it for a second. You're getting a bunch of die sets. And you know I'm loving all this tropical goodness. Look at that. Stamp with coordinating die. Love that as well. Look at the toucan. I think Yana has a class coming up with this too. I think it's going to be on Spellbinders. I just saw something about this. But look at that toucan too. These items will be available a la carte later on. But for those of you that buy the Weekender, you'll be getting all these goodies now. So let's count them out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at that. Jamaica, Hawaii, fun, bird of paradise. So what did I say? 4, 5th die set, 6, 7 for this gigantic die set, Rainforest Falls. So there are 7 die sets, stamp set that goes with the coordinating dies. Look at all the fun sentiments and look at the font. I hope when this releases that there is a BetterPress version of this because, ooh, this in BetterPress, lovely. There's stencil, 3D embossing folder, which gives you both A2 and A2. Love that as well. Rub-ons. I've been having lots of fun with Spellbinders rub-ons. Fun. Rub-ons is usually a 2-pack. Look at that. Some nice ephemera too. So you can use this for scrapbooking as well. And you could use a lot of these too. That can be in scrapbooking. This can be in scrapbooking. That can definitely be in scrapbooking. Look how big that is. Love. Oh, I saw this. I'm so happy that I got this. And thanks again, Judy. Judy made a donation to help me get it quicker, okay? You also get an enamel pin. A special pack of gems. Like I said, in this sale, gems are on sale. This is opal, if you're interested in that, or crystal mixed gems. Down here, that's onyx, okay? Which is black. Now, coming back to the cardstock, because if you are taking the Weekender, and crafters, some of you can skip past this, but for those of you that are taking the Weekender, or if you're thinking about getting it now, you get a pack of cardstock. This will not be enough to go through all the classes. So, I suggest, highly suggest, you get a pack of peridot, rainforest, fern. For those of you that have Spellbinders older cardstock, essential cardstock, this is forest. I'm going to be incorporating this with it. I have a few packs of this before they retired it, okay? Now, if you are new to Spellbinders and you don't have this and you're looking at it going, wow, that looks nice, you can take all 3 of these, get some spruce ink. And a few companies have spruce ink. My favorite is Gina K's spruce ink. Blend these with the spruce ink and you'll get to this. Thumbs up. She has a trio of it. You would use the dark spruce for it, okay? And you can blend. These two will help you get to this faster. This definitely. And there is a distress ink. I'll put the name here on the screen. I think it is called Rainforest 2. You can blend these and get to this as well, okay? But get some packs of this. Now, the 8.5 by 11 at Spellbinders is sold out. I'm going to put a link below because you can get the 12 by 12 packs. Those are in stock. And I'm going to also check around and I'll put some links for other places that may have this as well, okay? So I would stock up on the greens, the 3 greens. If you have essential cardstock in these same colors with the same exact names, it's the same thing. Your older essential cardstock, if you have some left, you can use it with this, okay? And I know some of you are like, well, I'll just use something else. Fine, you can use your basil cardstock, etc. But then I know some crafters, you want exactly what you're seeing. And you want exactly what is photographed and what's happening during the class. You're going to have to get a couple packs, okay? Also, I would get some of these blues because we're talking like the sky, the waterfall, windy, Malibu. This one is fabulous, Oceanside, okay? So those you can get, and you can get them either 8.5 by 11 or 12 by 12. I'll put links below. I'm detailing and linking everything I'm talking about, but I wanted to take a moment because when I flipped through the booklet, looking at all the projects, I was like, well, this is not going to work. So this is like a sampling, but when everybody is making their cards and doing all of this, it's going to take up a lot of the paper, okay? So just prep for it. You still have enough time to place an order and get it in time for the workshop. If you do miss the workshop and you still want to attend the weekender, everything is recorded. So you can be able to hold your kit and maybe later on this summer when you have a crafting event or you want to crop a whole weekend by yourself and you have some time because you're just too busy now, then you can still hold all of this and do it then. You will still have access to the Facebook group too. And let me tell you, in that Facebook group, a lot of crafters are having a lot of fun. They're already crafting with all of this goodness and making some cards that are like, I'm giving you guys a clap and 2 thumbs up. I don't have the time to do it right now, but I'm definitely looking at it. I can't show you what they're doing because I don't have their permission to show you, what they've made. But really, seriously, thumbs up. All right, crafters. So the Weekender is a box of crafty goodness. This is the 3rd year of the Weekender. Get it before it's gone. If you're interested in it, I think it is absolutely worth it. All right, moving on. And one more thing, crafters, I want to give you a special thanks for your patience when I was filming the Steals and Deals in my car in Orlando. I had to film it in a car because that's the only place I had the mount to be able to use my 2 hands in the video. So thank you so much for your patience. Let me know, did you like seeing my face when I'm showing the items too? I don't know. I've never thought about doing it that way. It would be harder though when I'm pulling out the cards to have my face and this, or maybe I need to get like the face up here and then this down there. This is what I'm going to even start the video with, which is a lot. So, so thanks again for your patience with that because I didn't expect the sale, but it was so good. And, BOGO is always thumbs up for that one. But this one has some fun and I love the super steals. All right, let's get into this video. Let's get started. Crafters, thank goodness I'm putting in timestamps. I'm going to start off with actually my BetterPress set because when I was pulling everything, a lot of the cards I have that I'm going to show you with everything else is using the same sentiment. If I wait till BetterPress to show you, I'm going to be missing some of my examples. So I'm going to do this one by itself first. Then I'm going to go into clearance and steals. So with my birthday wishes, sentiments, press plate, and die. This is coming in at $17.39 from $28.99. That's a fabulous deal on this set. As a matter of fact, that's a steal. You'll get a series of sentiments that you can press or glimmer, die cut once. These are the list of sentiments. So I'm going to show it to you now because like I said, I have a literal mountain of cards, but they also repeat. I don't want to miss out on something, so I'm going to just do this by itself because I keep using my own set over and over again. Some of these can work beyond birthday too, like celebrating you. From all of us, you could do Merry Christmas from all of us. That's a fun one. It's your special day. Somebody's graduating. Congrats. It can work that way as well. Cheers to another year can work also into your Happy New Year. And then we also have the birthday ones. to a very special person. That can also be just in general. So there is lots of mix, match, and play fun here. Here's a celebratory card. So we could do cheers to another year for New Year's. It's your special day with this. For congrats, maybe on your graduation. Here I have it as happy birthday. This came from that birthday card making kit. Just add cake. Look at this one. See, it's your special day with the flowers. So pretty. Happy birthday. These are newer cards too that I'm showing you. If you have a stencil background or a rub-on, look at this rub-on. Both of these cards are very quick cards to make. Bring on a foundation die. Happy, happy. Here are my sentiments with my own collection. A combination of texture and foliage. I linked the video here. And also beautiful wreath. Isn't that fun? Love, 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 love. From my collection, the only thing that's on sale is the birthday wishes and my 2 embossing folders, okay? But I'll talk about my embossing folders when we get to embossing folders. BetterPress background, so pretty. Isn't that fun? I love how my sentiments are like anchoring the card, finishing the card, but they're not so big. I left a little bit of space here and then put the sentiment. Same thing. I made this whole thing first, then put the sentiment there. Look at this fun one. Happy birthday from all of us with the 2 cute characters, also on sale. And this from the summer camp collection. Let me link my video here because that's a really fun one. Perfect for summer. The kids can have fun with this, or you can make cards for them. So it can go into masculine cards too. Here it is with florals. So definitely check out the birthday wishes sentiments. All right, now let's get into all this clearance and super steals. Yay! First up, crafters, Essential Hexagems. This is definitely on the way out. This is coming in at $9.80 from $27.99. That's a super steal. The largest die here is 3 3/4 by 5.5 inch. There's 14 dies in this set. This is a great one to be an anchor in the background of a card. Also, the Shaker Dome. This is on the way out too. $2.80 from $7.99. Beside this, I'm going to put /domes and then put a link for how many other Shaker Domes are also on sale. In the clearance section, that means that they're like really on the way out. 6 domes in the pack, okay? So here's an example of the combination of the die and the Shaker Dome with the Yeti. Yeti is on sale too. If you want to start shopping for some of your Christmas in July holiday crafting, this is a great time for that too. Here are 2 examples of using this as a piece on the top to separate it from the back. See how busy this is? But by bringing it on, your eye will come to this image first, will become the focal point. I love this one because unlike Essential Diamonds, it has that rectangle shape here, which gives you the width. So sometimes you want to have the width, like how this is wide, and here as well. It even fades in the background too, especially when you do it tone on tone, which I love to do all the time. Here is a perfect example with my beautiful wreath. You see how it's wide? So I have enough space to put a sentiment die and also build on the floral swag, but still have the beautiful embossing folder. Fun. Here is an example where there's a lot going on, but it separates from here because I used 2 layers of this and then built it on. Another one from me from my beautiful wreath. This is with the Christmas add-on. You see how the embossing is in the back with a different color? That's that forest cardstock. I'm telling you, love it. They need to bring it back because it's just so fabulous. But you can blend it. You can blend and get it. Look at this one too. See the background and then see how I brought it on? I purposely use this one because of the width. And this shape also is great for masculine cards because it has that nice geometric shape. I've used it a bunch of times, crafters. You might not even notice that it's there. But isn't that fun? Essential Hexagems works masculine, feminine. Here's an example of it working masculine, okay? Just using cardstock only and building up. Fun with a wax seal. Essential Hexagems at $9.80. Get it before it's gone. Thumbs up for it. Love this. Up next, if you thought that the examples I just showed you was a lot, this is the one that I have a lot of examples for. I'm so shocked to see it on clearance, but this is definitely the time to get it if you don't own it already. Starshine Background is an A2 cover plate die. This is coming in at $10.50 from $29.99. This is the time to get it. Once you start to use it, then you'll be like, oh, I see what she's talking about. But I am going to show you a mountain of examples. This is another one that I'm glad I'm showing you now because you're going to see it repeated on maybe something I didn't pull out now. You just saw it here with the flowers. Here it is when I first got it. If you just die cut it, it will look like this. If you dry emboss it, it will look like this. But this is not a good example because it's on black. Let me show you another version. This is dry emboss. Here in the sunlight, you can see the difference. This is just a little bit raised, but still flat enough for me to put this on, and it's glued on without having lumps and bumps like an embossing folder would give you if you glued this ribbon down. So it gives you texture in the background, but remains flat, and then you can build on it. Thumbs up. You know I adore this die set. So to dry emboss it, you would run it through with the floppy mat. The instructions will be on your die cut sandwich. So it doesn't matter if you're using the Platinum 6, an Empress, a Gemini, a Switch. All of those machines, even the Big Shot, will give you this detail, okay? Just use the sandwich with the floppy mat and it will give that to you. But if you don't use it, it'll be like this, flat. But I love it dry embossed. So I always run it back through again. So you die cut it first, then you run it back through with the floppy. So pretty. Look at it for the holidays. But it goes beyond that all the time. Great for, again, I'm going to say masculine cards because it is so true. Here it is on some recent cards. This is Make It to Bake It. I'll link that video here because that's a fun collection. Look how fun that is for that background. Love that. And look at this too with the black cardstock. You see the flowers here, but it just gives something in the back. Instead of it being just plain cardstock, I love the texture because if this was flat, the card kind of gets more, it's just not the same. But once I did the dry emboss, it just brought it to life. You see this? That is what I was talking about. This is fern color wheel cardstock with a little bit of spruce. You see how dark it's getting? Just a little bit right there. That's what I was talking about to get it to that forest. If you wanted to do it, I think you should give it a try. Fun. This is the problem I had with both of these cards. Created the image, picked the color, put it on here flat, and it was looking so flat. The card just wasn't giving me the oomph. Once I brought out Starshine, this came to life for that background. So that's sky, but you can still use it. And I think it works out great. It definitely added something here because everything is all light colors. And I purposely kept this card as a pastel colorway. But when I left this flat like this, and when I say flat, I mean smooth cardstock, it just wasn't giving. So now I'm seeing this going on clearance. I hope it doesn't retire soon because I'm going to miss it a lot. I do love this. In my private life, I'll continue using it. But for you guys here, once this retires fully, I won't use it as much on newer cards because then it becomes hard for you guys to get it when it fully retires, okay? Masculine cards, because of course I have to show you some fun masculine cards, which obviously I'm doing in black. And forest. This is forest again. You see it here with the Christmas tree? You see here in the background and then popped up with smooth here. And this one is Halloween. Isn't that fun with the layers? I think by putting this here against this, fabulous. So for a masculine card, especially these two, this is fun too. But these two in particular, you have a small image. Use it, have this and put that, done. The formula is done. So you could change this out to be anything, any little image. Same thing here. Even holiday. So we can switch this from Halloween to Christmas, change your colorway. Is still fun. So the formula for it, this helps you get there quicker, okay? Take a screenshot of these two cards, build them in different colors, and you'll be like, I see what she's talking about. Wow, that was fun. Yes, then you don't struggle. Get off the struggle bus. Look at stencil backgrounds. Stencil backgrounds, sometimes they can just look, To give your stencil background life, try using Starshine on it. Fun. Especially here with fall, right? Giving that texture. BetterPress image, you can use it too. By using Starshine, it brings the card to life, but you can still see everything. They don't get lost if you add this as texture, okay? Here's another example of using Starshine. You see, that's me again with the birthday wishes sentiments. I just noticed that. And here too. I tell you, that's why I showed you now, because I knew I would have to repeat the cards. In the background here and also on a layer here. You see how fun that is? So if you have a small image and you want to take your card all the way out, look how nice it is. You see it again? Flat and then come out here, texture, interest. Here, definitely interesting compared to me putting it on something just plain like that. Thumbs way up. Seriously. I'm sad to see this retiring, but for you, if you don't own it, this definitely might be the time. Have fun. Explore all the great options that this die can bring for you. And she works with a lot of other foundation dies seamlessly. Definitely with precision layering, perfect touch rectangles, perfect touch arches, a bunch of them. Use it all the time, okay? Fun. Up next, all of these from the La Dolce Vita collection are on sale. Beyond the Door is coming in at $14 from $39.99. Amalfi Breeze, $5.60 from $15.99. And Deckside Dreams, $8.05 from $22.99. Let's take a look at Beyond the Door. This is a huge die set. Look at all the goodies here. This has a diagram with it as well. Scroll through the photographs and towards the end, you'll see the diagram. You can take a screenshot or just work from your computer or your phone with the diagram, okay? To know how to put this together. This was part of the Weekender last year. Here is an example of Beyond the Door. Look at this with the easel card. So fun. Huge die set. You just play with the layers and you can mix, match, and play. Here's the bougainvillea as a vine. Here it is as a lemon vine. You get oranges, you get flowers, create great scenes. This is a great card for something from all of us, to use the sentiment from all of us, like, or a happy birthday card, thank you card, thinking of you. This class was taught by Jennifer McGuire. She's also a part of the Weekender. Let me show you some of the instructors. JC, Nicole Sfor, Yanis Makula, Kim Kesty. There's another person, I think her name is Sarah, and Jennifer McGuire. Look at Jennifer's card. I was so happy that this lined up with that background. You just don't know. I was so nervous when I was making it, but she did such an amazing job teaching us. Here is Amalfi Breeze. Look at that. Love, 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 love. So this is perfect for summer. And finally, Deckside Dreams. This was the card that I made because I did teach a class in the Weekender. And then this, I believe, is Kim's card. Look at that with the ship. Fun. Right now, ships are not having a great time. When you get back to cruising, or you are now crafting all your cruise adventures, this is a great die to have in your stash. Cruising, boating, fun. Love it. Up next, continuing the nautical fun, Shipmates. This one is coming in at $9.45 on $27. Fun. This is such a great set to make a lot of cards. You can work this masculine or feminine, change up the colorway. You'll make this cute walrus and that cute little seagull. Love this. There is a diagram for this as well. Look how fun this is. So fun. Up next, Fairways and Fishtails. This is on the way out. Great for Father's Day and everything else too that you might need, masculine cards. This is coming in at $9.45 from $27. Ooh, steal. Look at that. Dad, you're the best. You could use the Mother's and Father's Day sentiment press plate. There is Dad, you are the best. There's also Happy Father's Day, Happy Mother's Day, Mom, thanks for everything. Those are the 4 sentiments. You can press or glimmer and then die cut, okay? And then look at this with the golf. So with the Fairway and Fishtails, you get the fishing. You also get the golf. Fun, 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 fun. Up next, this is on the way out. This is a very large die set. Big Cats. Big Cats is coming in at $15.05 from $42.99. Wow. This will fit on an A2 card, but you can definitely use it on a 5x7 or an A6, etc. You get everything here to put the kitty together. And there is an accessory set too, where you can put on glasses and have all sorts of fun. The accessories is coming in at $8.40 from $23.99. And you can make a cutie patootie like this card. See how the cat fits on an A2? What's in the background? Starshine, because if I had kept this as plain cardstock with everything else here in plain cardstock, it was looking plain. There's even a shadow here with it. You see the shadow in white and then the cardstock color? By putting on Starshine, now the cat pops up. And it is lightly popped up, but it pops up even more because there is a differentiation between these two. Starshine. Tell you, I've always told you guys, Starshine background is a winner. It is a winner, I'm telling you, and I keep using it. There we go again. Up next, these two are on sale. Up and Away dies with the cute kids. $7.70 from $21.99. That's a super steal. The Kite set, this is definitely a steal. $10.50 from $29.99. Here is an example of 2 kids, my daughter and my son. You see how it's the same body. You just change the style, you change the colorway, and look, it becomes 2 different things. That's how you got to think about all the sets you have. Even with that Starshine, when I said, oh, you can use it on masculine cards, change the colorway. This is a perfect example of that. The Kite is in this set. So you get a 2-for-1 here. You can do the kite alone, maybe on a tag, scrapbooking, definitely this whole thing for sure, because look at it fitting here perfectly on a 5x7. And then here on an A2, that larger kite is from over here, Fly a Kite. Up and Away dies and Fly a Kite. Both of them are winners, especially for cards for kids. And it's easy to put the kids together, so I think your kids could craft this too if they want to make cards for their friends, their best friend, like happy birthday card. I saw my bestie the other day. We had a 3-hour lunch. It was fabulous. And she gave me some lovely advice that I needed. I won't go further into it, but thank you. Even though she doesn't watch my videos. She's too busy. I just found this, crafters. Speaking of Starshine, it kind of fell over there. But look at this. You can get a tag die and just use Starshine, and it's smooth enough that you can write on it or put something here. So this is another example too. Up next, Wild Joker dies. This is part of the Jack of All Trades collection. This is a super steal. This is $9.45 from $26.99. Look at the Joker here. Love, love, love. This is a fun one for masculine cards too. You can change up the colors and have just lots of fun with this one. Up next, speaking of masculine cards, Simon Hurley's Space Adventure. The rocket is not by itself, but it's part of a bundle. And I would get the bundle because the bundle is a steal. The bundle is coming in at $21.55 from $61.57. Wow. For the bundle, you're going to get all three here. So it's a die bundle. To the Moon dies, which is a rocket, like I said, is not sold individually in this sale. These two are in the sale. UFO Friend and also Space Greetings. Space Greetings will give you a very small word die with the shadow, Happy Birthday, Greetings Earthling, and I Love You to the Moon and Back. Now let's look at the examples because I have a few of these. This is great for masculine and feminine cards. Most of my cards, though, are masculine, but you can change this up and then it becomes a feminine card. Just have a pink rocket, purple rocket. This is with the UFO Friend with the sentiments. The bundle at $21, that's a steal. And you will get free shipping at $100. If you order the Weekender and maybe a few things in this sale, you are done. Free shipping and fun, 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 fun. You still have enough time to receive it. I believe mine arrived with UPS. And I just bought it just as a regular crafter, so yay for that. Okay, so you will get it in time if you wanted to attend the event. But you can always watch the replay too. Look at the rocket there. So fun. Oh, this is the next thing. And look at this one too. Love You to the Moon and Back. Isn't that fun? This is great for cards for boys. With this sizing of the rocket, we're now getting into scrapbooking, mini album making. Even with the UFO, you could do these two like on a banner. You can make a banner with like rocket, UFO, planets. You get the planet too. So I think this is a great set. That's designed by Simon Hurley. Winner. By far winner. And I do store them in my scrapbook.com storage envelope. You guys know I love these for keeping sets together. Up next, this beauty. So both of them are on this card. This is the Crafty Babe die bundle. Two of them together, $16.79 from $47.98. That's a steal. You get in the crafty tools, washi, glue, a little paintbrush, scissors, and over here, labels and icons. You get things like this. The note, I'm not sure if this is on sale, but this is fun too. The push pin note. Up next, I'm going to be talking about a little bit of holiday in this sale because some of the items can go beyond holiday, like this one. Also, just to get ready for that Christmas in July holiday crafting, because every year Spellbinders releases in July, August, September, a lot of holiday dies, and I'm talking like 9 collections. If you bought maybe 2 or 3 collections, but you loved everything, now when they're on sale and they're also going out, this is the time to get it. This is also a great time to get Kit Club items. If you are not a member of Kit Club and you watch the Kit Club videos and you're like, my budget, I just can't do it. Get these Kit Club items when they're on sale and definitely get them when they're on the way out. This is a stitch die of the month, Merry and Bright Cloche. This is a winner. $12.25 from $35. As intended, you can put it together like this. Isn't that fun? This die set works beautifully with the arch labels and tag die. Not in the sale, but if you have this set, look at this. You can mass produce a mountain of cards for everybody. This is like a general card. Everybody in the office, families that you're sending to the From All of Us card or From My Home to Yours. This is a great card for that. Do you need to do stitching? Clearly you don't. You don't need to stitch this tree. And you don't need to stitch this bottom layer either. Look at it there with the dots. It still works. And you can change the tree here too. This is on an A6 card. This is on the A2 card, but this is a fun one. So if you had this one, this works with it seamlessly. Beautiful. Love, 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 love. If you're looking at this and going, wow, Suzanne, that's great for the holidays, but what about all year round? Let's bring it into all year round for fall. It's just a cloche. Even in real life, especially as a crafter, don't we love a good cloche? Which is so true. So you could do this as any kind of card. Happy birthday. This is just pattern paper in the background, so you could have any background here. And I love that this little piece is a grounding element, and this just gives that pretty detail. I love the detail. Here it is with wax seal, and look at that for fall. You could change the cardstock, change the sentiment, and all of a sudden we have the get well soon card, thank you card, happy birthday, and you don't have to use this piece. Just take that out, but everything here layers up. This is a very nice comprehensive die. So that's Merry and Bright Cloche. If I'm running out of space, crafters, I'll just put the word cloche below. You'll know it's this one I'm talking about. So at $12.25 from $35, that's a super steal. Love, 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 love. Up next, I'm going to be talking about two BetterPress sets because these are super steals. So I'm going to put them here instead of putting them in the BetterPress section, okay? There is Home for Christmas press plate and die, $13.47 from $38.49. So beside this, I'll put Home for Christmas BP. You'll know that means BetterPress. There is the copper plate, happy birthday, and everything. I'll just put happy birthday BP. This is coming in at $8.92 from $25.49. Super steal. This is designed by Paul Antonio. Beside this, I'll put /P Antonio. So you can see all of his other sets on sale, but I love this one because this covers happy birthday, happy everything, with a coordinating die too. Thumbs up. Let's go with this one first. This is so pretty, and this will dial up all your holiday cards. 2 seconds. This is designed by Janos Makula. Lots of sentiments with the coordinating die. You can press or glimmer, both of them, and then die cut. Here it is, Happy Holidays. Fun card. Here it is, more serious, elegant, BetterPress background. Merry Christmas. Here it is with a Christmas floral die. Season's greetings. Gorgeous, isn't it? And then here it is with a BetterPress background, some florals sending you Christmas cheer. Now coming back over to the cloche, put one of these on here. Thumbs up. Beautiful cards as well. The happy holidays here could be like right here or right here. Do you have to stitch this tree? Absolutely not. You could mix the Home for Christmas sentiments with this cloche set, and you have some gorgeous cards that folks will think you worked so hard on, and you actually didn't, because the die and this BetterPress set is doing all the work. Why is that horn blowing while I'm telling you guys this? There's a street here in front of me with a whole lot of cars passing, okay? You can see what I'm talking about. I hope you can see what I'm saying, that they can work hand in hand. This is a fantastic set. Get it before it's gone. If you are curious about Glimmer and BetterPress, there's so many tutorials on it. I even have tutorials both on Glimmer and BetterPress. And the BetterPress in particular is the most easiest thing to do. So if you want to treat yourself to a BetterPress system or a Glimmer machine, this definitely might be the time too, because it's not going away. So beautiful. Take your cards up to the next step, the elevate. Hold on a second, crafters. I'm bringing a card back. Look at it here, Season's Greetings. You see that? That's glimmered. Isn't that pretty? Telling you. Love, 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 love. Up next, happy birthday and happy everything. I'm bringing this one forward in my rotation because I really need to use this more often. Press or glimmer. Here they are both glimmered. You see the sentiment here without using the die, and then happy everything here using the die, both with florals. So this is $8.92 from $25.49. And the Home for Christmas, $13.47. Such winners. These are fabulous steals to add to your stash. Also, crafters, in the clearance super steals, I saw two things. A lot of hot foil rolls are slowly retiring, it looks like. So you can stock up on them. They have a great price too. And of course, the wax beads and the wax seal stamps. But I'm also going to be putting in the category wax seal too. So you'll see it towards the top of the description box, okay? Stock up on those clearance goodies if you're interested. All right, crafters, now we're going to go into new dies. So there's some brand new dies in this sale that are at a pretty good deal. So we'll talk about that first. Then we'll go into more dies after that. First up, these two Kit Club goodies are on sale. Charmed Life dies. This is a large die of the month. $34.99 from $40. Forever Fabulous. This is $24.99 from $35. This is a stitch die of the month. You'll also see some other past Kit Club die sets. They're coming in a little bit higher than recent sales, so I'm not going to cover a bunch of them, okay? So this one, Charmed Life. Look at it here on the little bag. So super pretty. I love this. There is many different ways that you could do this. You could have charms hanging off. Here's one charm, but you could have a ton of charms. This is a like 4-for-1 die set. You get cuties in here. You have dice. You have all sorts of bits that you can also work on its own or in this set. Even that little coin purse. If you do like junk journaling, mini albums, and you want little accents, there's a lot of accents in here too. Even this little bow is cute, but you get that big one too, that little tie. So fun. Love that. Here is the Forever with the dog. You could put together the dog, which requires no stitching. So this can be a cutie tucked into anything. Coming back into some of the previous sets I showed you, just the dog alone. The purse is here. You can choose to stitch or not. So you could just have this detail, which is a drop-in. Take that out. This would be a solid purse. You could also take Starshine background. You would die cut the outer piece, take Starshine, run it through, dry emboss it, and then you would get that waffle print here. But I did stitch this one, but you don't have to. So this is a fun one, and it's a great deal at $24.99 from $35. And especially if you have like a little chihuahua that you carry around a lot, this would be cute. You could have the card for like, happy birthday to your friends and family, and have your dog here in the bag. I think that's adorable. So Forever Fabulous and Charm Life, both new die sets, both fabulous, unique die sets. Up next, these three beauties are on sale. This is from Simon Hurley's Sending Hugs collection. I'll link my video here if you want to see more on this collection. Birthday Bear Die, $22.99 from $26.99. So you're getting a deal, not a steal, but this is a brand new die set now on sale. Darling Dog, same price, $22.99 from $26.99. This one's a little bit cheaper. Congrats Cat, $23.99 from $28.99. You get the cute little animals. You get a cat, the dog, bear or panda bear. These do have diagrams, and then you get bits to decorate them with. This one has a graduation cap, celebratory. This one is more Valentine themes with a heart, but you could change it to all year round. And then this one is your birthday one, but you can mix the themes between the three too. So fun. Here is an example of the birthday bear as a panda. So cute. And you see the little glass here? That's from the cat. And then here is the darling dog. Look at the dog. This is just so adorable. I love these characters. So super fun. Look at the little headband too. So all of that is in here. You even get the color. And then Congrats Cat. You saw this earlier with my birthday sentiment because I did turn it birthday. So I'm using the add-ons in here from the bear over here. And I also turned the cat into a pig right here. Is where I added that detail. I was just going for it, okay? But this does not exist. I'm just using the cat as a pig because the face right here reminded me of a pig. I just cut that out and then put two circles. I use this right here to put the two circles. But isn't that fun? So fun. So all three of these are on sale, and these are all a great deal for some fun characters. The kids can put these together. You can make lots of cards for kids and those young at heart all year round. Up next, crafters, let's do brunch. This is a small die of the month. You get the bacon, the egg, the waffle, and also a mimosa. This is coming in at $19.99 from $27. So super fun. I just love the playfulness of this. You don't have to put in the little bits here if you don't want to, okay? Because you can do the waffle by itself without putting in the face if you don't want to. But I think the faces just make it so super cute. Up next, from the Regal Reflections collection, with my BetterPress right here, my birthday wishes, is the Regal Pear. This is coming in at $18.99 from $22.99. Look at those dogs. Isn't this called like a Staffordshire dog? So super duper cute. Comes with little cushions too. Great sizing. You can use it here on an A2 card, but then you can stretch it further into your albums, journals, scrapbooking, etc. And I love that the dogs face each other. So super cute. So $18.99 for this adorable set. Very elegant too. So that's it for the new items that are in the sale. Now we're going to go into more dies. First up, let's talk about Spellbinders swatch. I talked about cardstock earlier with the Weekender. Now you can swatch them out. All of these are on sale and they're a pretty good deal. The two starting sets were this. Color swatch petal die. This is coming in at $12 from $23.99. That's a steal. If you have all 48 colors of Spellbinders color wheel cardstock, you can get a second set. I have a second set because cutting this 48 times, it definitely tested my patience, so I got a second set. So this is a winner right here. You can stop right here. But there is more fun if you want to have the colors on something. Color swatch wheel. This is coming in at $15.68 from $31.35. Here you'll have 6 colors on this. And there's also the color swatch petal stack. You have to have this set to be able to use this. When you cut this out, it's going to give you 5 layers. You could also use that one too, and you stick it on this back piece. Here are all 48 colors. And after I made this, I went and I bought a second set because swatching, I know it's fun. It's not fun for me. I want to do this quickly. So putting 2 of these on a thing and then run them, even 3 of them. If you have a lot of cardstock from all different companies, because you can use this, it doesn't have to be with Color Wheel cardstock. You could use this with any brand like Basil, Concord and Ninth. Gina K has cardstock. Alton U, goodness, they have a million shades of cardstock. You could get like 2 or 3 of this and then just run a bunch. And this is a fabulous sizing for a swatch. In the back, I have 110-pound cardstock. I buy my 110-pound cardstock at 2 places, Michael's or Hobby Lobby, when they go on sale. Never buy them at full price. Always wait for the sale. That gives you the sturdiness. Then on the top, I cut this piece, and that's the Spellbinders Color Wheel cardstock. Can also use essential cardstock. I have been saying I would do it, but I already have a small swatch, which is not great. This is a really nice swatch to work with because you can really see what you're doing with it. Take this card and I can really test out what colors would work here because it's so nice and big. That's why the swatch is really, really nice. And there is also a stamp. I didn't see the stamp though. That might be on sale. If the stamp is on sale, I'll put /stamp beside this first one. Okay. So this is the by far winner. The swatch petal stack will look like this. If you find a color combination that works or you're using the DIY color deck, recently on sale, didn't see it in this sale. You can take combos and make something like this. In this instance, I turned it into 6 combos. This is the swatch wheel here with 5. So that means I cut off 1. Here it is with all 6. What is nice about both the petal and the swatch wheel with a different brand. This is Hero Arts Azalea cardstock. Really, really fun. This is older essential cardstock. I skip a space and then I have color wheel over here. So you can really customize this too if you like a certain colorway. This example you saw here with the Joker. Thumbs up for that. So I really loved how all of this came together. So I made a wheel swatch for it. And then this was actually from the Weekender last year. See, I put Beyond the Door and then this was for the ship. The Deckside Dreams. Okay. These are great, especially if you find certain colors and you know you're going to forget what they are. That's when this and this comes into play to stack them. With this one, you'll cut out 6 of one color, or you can cut out individual and then stack it on that. And you can change the name down here. That's why I said if you have like Basil, you could put like 22 here because they have a 22 pink as well. And then write it here. So does Color Wheel. Yeah, I memorize a lot of Basil cardstock because I've been working with Basil from my mini album days. Back when I used to buy it on sale, remember those 10 sheets for $2 at Joann's? Oh yeah, I would go there along with a few other crafters. I even ran into crafty friends that were buying like stacks of basil like this, thick like this. And the cashier would just look at you like, you know, I want to kill you. Because they would have to ring each individual one. I know some of you know exactly what I'm talking about. You're like, those were the good old days. They certainly were. Speaking of basil, that's basil in the background right there. I remember this. This is aloe vera. If it's not aloe vera, then it's pear. Basil cardstock, okay? This is the Lock and Key Mailbox Large Die Set. Oh, that's so funny. I went off on a tangent. This is $14 from $40. This is a fun one for Valentine's and then all year round. You can have it interactive too with that little slot right there. That's so fun. So $14 from $40. That's a great deal for that set. Up next, Go Kart Go. This is from the Little Smiles collection. All I saw was this one, okay? This is coming in at $8.40 from $23.99. So this is a super steal. I did not see it in the clearance, but I saw it in dies. I would say this is a super steal clearance as well. There is a little car, you get a bunny, a monkey, and then you get these 3 fun balloons. These balloons are winners too. You could do little really cute cards for babies, toddlers, young kids. So at $8.40, so super fun. Love that. Up next, here's another winner. Gorgeous You Florals. This is coming in at $9.50 from $18.99. That's a steal for a fabulous set. Spellbinders sent me one. I already bought a second set. I bought this at full price, so that means I bought it at $18.99. Here it is as intended, part of the Gorgeous You collection. It's so pretty. You get this large flower, and I love the small flowers too. A little bit of foliage, and then this bud. Here is an example with the buds and the flower. So here it is working with a large BetterPress sentiment. This is also on sale. That's why I did put the Paul Antonio, and you can press or glimmer this. Here it is, part of the advent calendar. I was trying to turn it into a wreath. So I did like a half wreath. I think that's fun. I love these little flowers. I don't know what it is about them, but they're just so fun. And I get 2. And then when I have a second set, now I just run 4 at the same time. Quicker crafting. And recently I used this on this Kit Club goodie. I just used the flowers and then some of those bits because I was inspired by the background, that stencil of the month. So you can use this as little bits. Then you can go into really stretching it, and you can incorporate this with other floral sets like Vivid Blooms, Bee-Bowl Blooms, Club Blooms, things like that. You can even use it with mini blooms and sprigs. This could be the larger one and then bring in that one and go back and forth, or the little blooms die as well. So I just named about 5 different other die sets you can mix this in with. Yeah, that's why I got a second set, because I know this is a winner. Up next, crafters, my voice is slowly going. Frog prints, $16.49 from $21.99. So fun, even though I can't stand frogs in real life. But here is the frog prints. So cute though. I was surprised that I could make these cards and have fun with them. You get a little toadstool, you get a little sunflower here, and you also get this, which creates that background or sky detail. Here it is again, having some fun. This is in the Amazon. If I was in the Amazon and I saw these in real life, oh boy, there was a tour bus nearby that I would be going right back to that tour bus. All of this in real life, cute and cute. But I do enjoy them on a die. Clearly. Did I have to make so many cards? Absolutely not. But I certainly enjoyed making them. Frog Prince, winner. And this is great for a lot of masculine cards, boys cards that you want to make quickly too. Up next, I'm going to go into some holiday cards. There is Candy Canes. This is coming in at $7.35 from $20.99. Get this before it's gone. That's a by far winner. Cocoa Greetings. This is a fun one too. $20.25 from $27. So this is a deal, steal deal. And then Peppermint Prancer. This is also a deal. This is $26.25 from $35. Let's look at the steal first. So Candy Canes. Here I have it with Stitchmas last year. Look how fun that is. And look at the candy cane. So you can have the candy cane like this where you put an image on top of it. You can also use it as intended. And I love that you get the left and right candy cane. And then here I'm bringing in some of my Christmas wreath add-on with the poinsettia. But there's also fun and foliage in here. This is a set that you can just use a candy cane only and stay right in here. You can make a ton of cards for friends, family, from our home to yours with this as well. So candy canes and holly die, winner. I'll just put candy cane and you'll know it's this one, okay? So that's a steal at $7.35. If you get 3 sets of it, you are around the retail price of $20.99. Wow. You could just get 2 or just get the 1 and you are done. Love that. Up next, Cocoa Greetings. Love this too. And this one is $20.25 from $27. You get the mug where you can have it dressed as Santa or a penguin or a reindeer. You get 3 different styles in this. You could put all 3 too on a slimline card. You could probably fit all 3 of these too on a 5x7 as well, but it would be a landscape card, okay? Super fun, super cute. Love, love, love. And you know, every year from now until a good amount of time in the future, there's a lot of mugs that you can get around the holidays at places. In real life, I'm talking. Hobby Lobby, Home Goods, Ross. Where else can you get them with the styles like this? So making them on a card is really, really cute, and it translates from real life onto a card. Love that. And lastly, this cutie patootie Peppermint Prancer, $26.25 from $35. Here I'm mixing it up with a different set, but you can use the stitch portion, which I did not use here, and spell the word joy, and you would stitch here, but you don't have to. Notice that this is a drop-in. You could use everlasting circles. Put another circle in here and have just J-O-Y. Without this detail. Everything else up here is no stitching except the nose. And notice I didn't use it. But I think he's so cute the way he hangs like that. So this little guy can be on a lot of things. Have tons of fun. Love that. You notice this. This is a different version of Yana's Christmas sentiments with the same font. This one is not in the sale. Alrighty, crafters. Up next, we're going to talk about BetterPress and Glimmer. So this is a combination of the two. They call it press and foil, but I like to call it BetterPress and Glimmer. Still, I know, I'm old school that way. First up, this is new in the sale, Luxe Links. This is coming in at $29.99 from $40. That's a good deal. You just saw it here in the background on the purse here. This is a A2 sizing, so you could use it as an entire A2 background with that link if you wish. This is very elegant too. So you can take it beyond just a purse and use it for a bunch of things. There's also a matching embossing folder, but I don't believe it was in the sale. So this at $29.99 from $40, that's a deal. Love, 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 love. And you get 2 sets of sentiments too with coordinating die. Here is one of the sentiments. Here's to another well-styled year. Love that. Up next, what you saw from me, my birthday wishes sentiments, press plate and die. I might put this in the same area, even though I started off the video with it. And I found some more cards. So you saw it earlier here, happiest birthday wishes, cheers to you, press or glimmer. And then here are 2 more cards that I found too. This is with a combination of club blooms and vivid blooms. But you see, happy birthday. Telling you, I have a lot of this example, okay? This sells out from time to time too. So when you can get it at that pricing, which I told you was $17.39 from $28, that's a deal. A steal, actually. Love. Crafters, my throat is scratching. I need a Ricola, but I'm going to finish this video first. La Dolce Vita Sentiments, press plate and die. This is a steal. $8.92 from $25.49. Wow. You can press or glimmer and then die cut. Here it is on one of my favorite cards. When this background, if it ever comes on sale, this is a All Clubs crate frame background. Sometimes when they have an overstock of it, they'll put it on sale. If this ever comes on sale, crafters, and I do a video of steals and deals, and I say, get it, get it. Look how beautiful this is. This is one of my favorite cards. This is retired, and I told you guys before it retired, get it before it retires. If you have the peacock and this, thumbs up. Here's the sentiment because I wanted something small and pretty. Then I came into La Dolce Vita. Thank you right there, glimmered. Love, 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 love this card. Elegant. You could also use my birthday sentiments too with it because my own can translate into elegant cards too. Here is thank you. That's from the La Dolce Vita. Here is a more recent card. This is a Kit Club card. Happy birthday, sending sunshine just for you. So you can stack 2 sentiments in here. One of these with these bigger ones. There's Ciao Bella. Thank you, happy birthday, larger, and then these smaller ones. And I just stack it up here. Here's another version of stacking it up, but on an A2 card. Enjoy today to the fullest. Happy birthday. This is a rub-on. So the card is based off of a rub-on and then building everything else around it. Even the guitar die was brought on for this. Fun. And then using some foundation dies there. And lastly, look at this one with Flying High. Not in the sale, but by far winner. So I created this and then use a foundation die to cut that out, which I think is now retired, and then put the sentiment right there. Sometimes you want to have something bold yet small. This is a great set for bold yet small. And at $8.92, get this before it's gone. From $25, winner. Here's another example, crafters. Ciao Bella, sending sunshine just for you. Up next, and I couldn't find my cards. These 2 are on sale. I didn't see this one, but these 2 are on sale. It's the bold color mix numbers, press plate, and die bundle. These 2. $30.79 from $87.98. I have no idea where my cards are. I was spending too much time trying to find it, but this is a winner. I'll put some examples here on the screen so you can see it. So what you get is a series of numbers and then some sentiments up here. You have dies to cut these out as well. You get 0 to 9. I just have 9 on the back, but you could also use the 6 too. It's the same thing. And this one as well, I have 9 on the back. Okay, but you can press or glimmer all these numbers and then die cut them out. A few sales back, I got a comment once. Oh, Suzanne, I wanted both of them. Now you can get both of them at a steal too. $30.79, nice large sizing from $87. Wow, you're looking at roughly 2.5 inch tall by about 2 inches wide. At this sizing, we can translate from card making definitely into scrapbooking, banners, graduation. I just saw some folks when I went out to lunch with my bestie. Graduation. This can work on that 2026 graduation. Every year you can have this ready to go. So this is a staple to put in your stash. You can use this without this, but I think when you press or glimmer this, it's just so beautiful. And you can use it also in your journals, the front of your journals, the front of your junk journals, mini albums, almost definitely too, because this is large, but not too large. If you don't make large mini albums, but you make small mini albums, this can still work on your small mini albums too. Really, really fun. And you can stack the numbers both vertical and horizontal. Winner. $30. I think that's a steal for this set. This is the extra set sweeping celebration. I don't believe I saw this. I'm not sure if they retired it or it's not there. I didn't see it, but it might be. I am putting a category just for BetterPress too, so you can check it there, where you'll see everything more condensed and it's easier to see everything. Up next is the Arctic Glimmer hot foil plate. You'll see a lot of holiday items, like I said, but this one is a great background. This is a strictly glimmer background. This is coming in as a steal, $14 from $40. Thumbs up for that. Beautiful. And then you build everything on top of it, or you can have it by itself. And if you do use wax seal, get maybe seal twine and put the wax seal right there on this big one. Make a lot of cards that way and stretch your wax seal. So that's a fun one, and it glimmers very easy. Get your machine nice and hot, ready to go. Glimmer a bunch of them. Love that. So Arctic Glimmer, $14. Up next, I saw this fun steal. This is for my teachers out there, or if you're making cards for teachers, you're making gift baskets. I see lots of videos too where people create like gift baskets for their teachers. This is a fun hot foil plate. This is called Scribble a Note. This is $14 from $40 as well. You get this large background which works on an A2 die. Notice I'm using it here with Perfect Touch rectangles. You could use it with any background. This is not in the sale though, but it really looks nice with it. So what I did here was glimmer it first as a background, did a little bit of ink blending, glimmer it again, and then use this to cut out individual pencils. So you could do a card where you don't have that background, just 2 pencils and a sentiment, and you get sentiments right here too. Scribbled a note to say happy birthday, congrats, or you could just use whatever you have from your stash. Isn't that fun? Love this. I think this is great for anything scholastic. You can make this for the front of a little journal or a little composition book for your kids too, or for your friends. Love that. Up next, crafters, I'm going into embossing deals, which I don't normally do, but they were just so good and so many winners. First up, I'm starting off with my winners. This is Dimpled and Linen, and not because it's my set, I'm saying it's a winner. I'm saying it's a winner because this is a fabulous texture background that can work on an array of cards. Masculine, feminine, everything, all year round. By far winner. Each is $8 from $15.99. So Dimpled is more of a tighter background, and both of these are 3D, so you would use Universal Plate System for this. All of the embossing folders I'm going to show you, whether it's 2D or 3D, is 5.5 inch, 8.5, okay? So with this one, you can work it the way it's shown here. You can also work it like this. This one too, it does look different when you turn it sideways than this with linen. So super fun. On a recent card, look at it here with the Magical Fuchsia collection. Look how pretty it is here in the background, just nice and subtle. Here it is again with another foundation die and some florals and my birthday wishes sentiment there. Here it is using the reverse side. So the deboss side, you see how it looks different, but it gives nice texture. Here's a better example of it. So you're seeing some different ways here. This is running the die here, vertical. This is when you turn it sideways. You see how it looks a little bit different? It changes, it morphs. Have fun with it. This is not this, this is turned sideways, running it like so. Masculine card, fun, Halloween. This is the back of it, the reverse side, running that way. You can mix, match, and play with just this one. Thumbs up for that. Hopefully I made sense. I think I did. I just showed you a bunch of ways with the same exact embossing folder. Here is linen now. For linen, look how pretty that is. Do you need to have this off of this? No, it'll still work because both of them are relatively flat. This one is really, really flat in terms of being able to build or put a sentiment on top of it. And this is not like making your paper crumple. Here's another card. Both of them feature garden wreath add-on. And here's a fall card. Look how pretty that is. This is another fall card, but I just love the linen in the background. I think it just gives great texture, tells a story, and just has lots of fun. See this texture there? Love, 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 love. All right, so both of them, $8 from $15.99. Winners. Up next, this is a favorite of mine. Add this one to your embossing folder stash. It has that mixed media feel, but then again, it doesn't have to work mixed media. It has the honeycomb and the bees, but it's a great background. This is a nice standard for a lot of crafters. You can make a lot of beautiful cards with this. You could put flowers on top of it. This is coming in at $8 from $15.99. So this is a 3D folder as well. Here it is when I first used it on black cardstock, which I think you can see it in the sun. Look how gorgeous this is. Even on black cardstock, so super pretty. Here it is with Winnie the Pooh, with his honey. But even if I didn't have the honey, I could just put flowers. But look how pretty it is here. It's a great embossing folder. If I had to pick a few embossing folders, which that's the reason I'm doing this, I packed up a lot of my embossing folders and then for the whole craft room thing, and then I left out a bunch. This was definitely one of them because this is a by far winner. Love because. Up next, Castaway. I did pack up this one. I think this is a 3D embossing folder. Fabulous. $12.74 from $16.99. Great for your nautical cards. Look how gorgeous that is. This is another one that just have it in your stash if you ever need it. Look how pretty it is in the background. And it's great for masculine cards too. $12.74. Love it. Up next, Scattered Tropics. $15 from $20. So super fun. Great for your summer crafting right now. Here it is with a little bit of white pigment ink. And here it is in the background. This is a 3D embossing folder. Look how pretty that is. Great on an A2. Also great on 5x7 cards. Love Scattered Tropics. You can have a lot of fun with this. Also with the Weekender. This can work with the Weekender too. Yay. Up next, this was retired, disappeared for a while. Now I see it in the sale. This is probably the last time you can get it. This is Plaster 3D embossing folder, $8 from $15.99. This is a by far winner. When I saw it back, I was like, thank you, because I'm putting you right back into rotation. I adore this. Yes, it looks like a stucco wall, but it's a fabulous stucco wall. You can use it on feminine cards, masculine cards. I even have it on a Halloween card. You can use it on Christmas cards. It gives that nice texture background, but doesn't overtake. This embossing folder is what inspired me actually to make my linen and dimpled embossing folder was this one. Working with it and going, gosh, I just love you. And then it retired. But now I see it back. Oh, it's coming back into rotation. Here it is with my garden wreath add-on. This is the first time I put all my flowers together in a wreath like that. Here it is in the background. So it can work feminine cards. Here it is again. I was doing like this tone-on-tone experiment. But you see it in the background? And you see what's right there. The first die I showed you, Essential Hexy Gems right there. So I wanted to quiet the busyness, but it's not really busy, but the texture, and then build on the flowers. So I use Essential Hexy Gems because of the width here to then put on Club Blooms. That's super steal for Essential Hexy Gems. Thumbs up. Working on a masculine card, put a car here. Put one of those images with the critters on this and then have that background. Here it is again with another floral. And this is built directly on it. And look how pretty that is. This is a Yana Goodie. Here it is as a birthday card with my birthday wreath add-on. And then coming back into Bougie Birthday for the sentiment. I stopped using it because it retired. But now that I see it at its back, oh, she's coming out to play. Here it is in a background on a Halloween card. Look how fun it is embossed in black. If you love to make cards like this in black like I do, oh, it's a by far winner. And then this in the background on a masculine card, easy masculine cards. If you struggle to make masculine cards, bring this one out. You also saw it here with the rocket. It's back here, giving some texture. Even though I did put a bunch of splatter, but I wanted to have that look for the galaxy in the background. Tell you, by far winner. I was so happy to see it. I'm like, oh, you're coming back out for sure. I'm using you on a bunch of things from now on until I see you retire again. $8 from $15.99. By far winner. How many times have I said by far winner for that one? About 4 times because I'm so happy to see it. But seriously, when something retires, I try not to use it unless I find out after the fact that somehow it did retire. But I don't purposely use retired items because I know you guys can't find it. And if you do find it, you're going to find it third party. And then you're going to pay like 3-4 times the price, which makes no sense. Absolutely no sense. So best time to get it when it's there. Grab it before it's gone. Up next, Abstract Study. This is a great one for masculine cards too, feminine as well. This is $4.90 from $14. This is a steal. This is a 2D embossing folder. Clearly, I love it with Seaside Color Wheel cardstock. Here it is with the study nook. And here it is as a birthday card. Again with my sentiment. Birthday wishes sentiments. You see why I pulled out all of my sentiments in the beginning, because I've used my own set over and over again, just like Bestie's Sentiments press plate, which I think is now fully retired. But this is a fun one. I love this. And on masculine cards, look at that detail, that graphic detail. Great for masculine. Another one that can work masculine, feminine, fun, all year round. Great for crafters to have in your stash. Brick by Brick. This is $15 from $20. This is a 3D embossing folder of the month. I so love it. Here it is on a holiday card. This is with Christmas bird poinsettia, but look at it on that background. And here is Yana's Home for the Holidays sentiment as well, sending you Christmas cheer. So I'm mixing 3 different sets with this. Look how pretty that is. Here's another version. This is with my Christmas wreath add-on, seal twine. But I love it as a background. Very, very pretty. Here it is feminine with the roller skates. And here it is as a tag. And look at the reverse side too. That's fun as well. Love that. So this is another winner. That's why I wanted to take time to do the embossing deals, because I saw so many winners in here. This is Christmas Cameos 3D embossing folder. This is a steal. $5.60 from $15.99. This is a 3D goodie. It is so gorgeous. Look at it here in the background with grandma. So pretty. Look at it here too. This is a fun one for a lot of holiday crafting. You can just emboss this by itself and then put maybe just 1 or 2 florals or just a sentiment and you're done too. Very, very pretty. Love it. Up next, this is a great one that can work. Masculine, feminine, create a scene, because it is a scene card, but then just looking at the squiggles by itself, this could be a birthday card too. Streamline. This is $8.50 from $16.99. Here it is as intended with Simon Hurley for holidays, but you could just have it by itself like so, turn it this way, and then it just becomes a graphic background. So I think this is a great one. I really love this one. And lastly, I did pack this up, but Autumn Breeze, because I found the card, I think this is a good one as well. Autumn Breeze embossing folder, $10.50 from $14. I think this is a 3D one, but it's just so pretty. If you love a lot of fall cards, this is a great one too. Love that. Alrighty, crafters, that is it for this sale. It took me a while to find everything because I brought in embossing this time too, but there is so many goodies in the sale and the super steals as well. Everything will be linked below. Don't forget to check your wish list. Don't forget to check your rewards. Your rewards will be now under your profile, so definitely check that. Also, you get free shipping at 100. Take a look at the Weekender. Yana Smakula has a wonderful video on the Weekender, so does the Spellbinders YouTube channel. And if you are a part of the Weekender, please get some extra card stock. If you know you want to make it exactly like what you're seeing, you're going to need some of those greens. If you have the essential version of it, it's exactly the same, so go back to your older stash. All 3 colors, peridot, rainforest, and fern. You're going to need them, okay? And the blue cardstocks are fun too, but what you're going to really need are those greens. Alrighty, crafters, everything will be detailed and linked below. Thanks so much for watching. Until the next video, enjoy this sale because there's lots of goodies in the sale. Check out those gems too. Stay crafty, my friends.